Bird game, rational watching, man. Top on my boy.
Yeah, yo. Yo! What's up, Bird gang? Huh? 6-0. This is going to be a fantastic episode of Irrational Logic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got my man Jay on the West Coast representing that Bird gang. And I got my man Jay Dab on him. He a Cowboys fan, a real one though, a friend of the show. And you know what? I got to give him respect because after that loss, he still come back up here. We're going to show him the utmost respect. Even though we know the Birds #1 in the East, and the East is a beast right now. That's the crazy part about it, you know? You know what I'm saying? So, listen, actually, I got people calling in right now. This is Maul. Y'all know Maul. Yo, what up? Yo, we recording right now. Go ahead and say something to the people. I got you on speakerphone.
What's going on, people? How y'all feeling?
We good out here, man. We got Jay Dab in the building. We got Jesse in the building. Go ahead and jump on, man. Go ahead. I'm starting this thing up. And then you get in when you get in. All right, fam. Peace. But once again, man, Bird game, we 6-0. We got a bye week coming up. Hell of a game. We're gonna get all into it. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the elephant in the room, or the spur in the room, or the horse in the room, or the lasso in the room. We're gonna talk about the Cowboys real quick. You know, I'm gonna have my man Jay Dab. Go ahead and give me your analysis of the game, man. Yo, where were you wrong? Where were you right?
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good start. That's a good start. So I was right in the way I thought the game would play out. I thought if Dallas was going to win it, they would have to get like scores from all over the board. A defensive score, block a punt, block a kick, or something like that. And I thought that's what, and we didn't get those things. And obviously the game script went right down the middle. You saw before the game, all of the pregame guests, everybody except for Chris Sims, whoever the first guy was, he picked Dallas. Everybody else picked the Eagles. And the game played out the way it should. The better team, the better team won. And if you look at how Dallas has been winning games, they've been muddying games up. You know what I mean? They've been muddying games up. They have not been just straight scoring on offense. It's been all over the board to supplement the slow start offense.
Right.
And that's just what it was. I felt like Jalen Hurts controlled the narrative of the game. Didn't need to do much. Didn't need to do much. Control number 11, which is our top defender. Controlled Michael Parsons, which he did. Slowed him down. Basically took him out of the game. He couldn't be anything but just be a regular linebacker. Took him out of the game. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And so where I was wrong, however, was I did not think Dallas could drive all the way down that field, get it into the red zone, and score. Because we had never seen that. You look at all the games, the Bucs games, the Bengals game, the Washington Commanders game, the Giants game. We've been breaking off long runs. That's how we've been scoring, and field goals. Right. So we've never seen Dallas drive it all the way down into that.
Not this year.
To that red zone.
Is that your silver lining? Is that your silver lining in the game?
Yeah, that's my silver lining. I couldn't believe it. I said these boys actually. So I even actually thought when they got down there that they were going to turn it over, because I said,
you know why though, right? You know why they got to drove down the field?
Why?
Because of Gannon.
Yeah, I do know.
Man, listen, man, we doing that right now. Hold on, don't do this. Hold on,
come on, man.
Dab gotta leave a little bit. Dab.
Yeah. So that was pretty much it. That really took me by surprise. I thought the Eagles would gang up on the run game. And the other part that played out the way, like I said, on the pregame, I said, if the Eagles jump up multiple scores, you're going to see a different Cooper Rush, and he's not built like that. And I also went on this. I also said I don't even think Dak could win in that situation either.
That's what I was going to ask. I want to ask that. Would Dak have made a difference last night? We got Meek Mill in the building in the sideline.
It was electric.
Boy, nuts. It's ape out there. If Dak walked on that field, does he I'm not gonna say does he win the game. I'm asking, does he make a difference?
Well, it depends. I'm gonna give you two scenarios.
Okay.
Dak has been out for all those games, and all of a sudden he comes back in this game. Yeah, he makes a difference. Okay. Birds win. Boys keep it close.
Okay.
But so real quick. I want to make this assessment really quickly, man. Dak hasn't, in my opinion, looked the same since Amari Cooper was out. Y'all lost Amari Cooper. He's no longer on your roster anymore. Also, you got Schultz, who is your tight end, who's out. And I'm not making excuses for Dallas, but what I do want to say is the Dak Prescott that we saw week 1, if he showed up, it wasn't going to look good. And that's the last Dak we've seen. The last Dak we've seen could not move the ball against a 3-3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers team.
But to finish that off, let me just round this off, bring it on home here, is that we had not established a defensive identity yet. We were still playing Dak Prescott go out and give me 400 yards.
What the defense got to do with your offense?
I can't give you that down.
Well, the identity changed when Cooper came in, and I think for Dallas to be successful, that's what they're going to have to continue to do, is leave it in the hands of the defense and let Dak make a couple. But that was my only caveat to whether Dak would have made the difference or not. I don't think it would have changed the outcome. I think it would have got the boys fired up a little bit, but at the end of the day, Birds win by 6-3.
I got a question for you because you bring up a point that you said that Dak would have made a difference, but we need to rely. Our defense wasn't what it was week 1. Going into the season, did you not think your defense would be a top 5 defense? Like before the season started, where did you rank your defense?
Hey, look, y'all talking to the wrong one. I'm an honest Cowboys fan. I'm not. Listen, I'm not the Cowboys fan that's behind all the hype. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I thought with the high number of turnovers that we forced, it would have been unlikely to expect that that's going to happen again. They turned teams over at a historic rate last year, and sometimes that was the only way we won them games.
True.
But in the reality, you're not going to turn teams over like that. You got to just be you know what I mean? You just got to hang in there in the trenches and beat teams up in the trenches. And Dallas gave up a lot of running yards decorated by all those turnovers. So my honest assessment going into the season was, I don't know if we can repeat that. I really didn't.
Well, not really, but like as far as stats goes, would you say that y'all were a top 10 defense before the season started, a top 5 defense, a top 15 defense? Before you came into the season, where were you ranking? Matter of fact, do it for defense and offense with a full healthy squad. We're not talking about that being gone. We're talking about like before the season started. My honest assessment was
Michael Parsons was going to be a beast, but that just because you got a dude out there that's getting numbers doesn't mean you have a legit defense, and it doesn't mean your success is going to carry over. I told you I'm not the one. I'm a critical Cowboys fan, and when you got all them turnovers like that, sometimes you don't know if that's going to carry over.
Where do the Cowboys go from here? Like you guys were fight. You win last night. You guys become number 1 in the NFC East in our division. You lose last night. You're now 3rd in our division behind a miraculous beginning to a Giant season that no one expected. And to be quite frankly, I don't think any Eagles fan expected to be 6-0. When we first looked at the schedule, we were like, it's an opportunity. It's a chance for us to do something crazy. We were excited about it. But now, where does Dallas go from now? And I'm asking you that because, the last Dak we saw was against Tampa Bay, and it was not a good outing. Then Cooper Rush comes in. You guys rattle off 4 straight wins, improbable. You take out what we thought were going to be really good teams. Now Dak is coming back. Where do you think Dallas goes from here? Do you think it's going to be Dak of last year when he was throwing all these touchdowns and moving the ball up and down the field all crazy with a crazy stellar defense? Is it going to be that and you guys are just going to take the league by storm because he's coming back? Or is it going to be par for the course?
No. I think Dallas is right in there. We 4-2. There's no complaints about being 4-2, regardless of if what the rest of the division is doing. We getting QB1 back. That's a good thing. That's what we want. I think we win the games we're supposed to win, and that's it. At the end of the day, nothing changes the fact that the Eagles are the best team in the division. I think the Giants are going to, at some point in the season, they're going to be the Giants. They're going to tail off at the end of the year. It'll be a successful year, 9 wins or something like that for them. For them guys, you got to give it up to them. But Dallas, I think, keeps it steady. I've always looked at Dallas as a first-round team. The way Jerry Jones built the team in the offseason was not showing me anything that you wanted to take the next step further. Therefore, the Birds took the next step further. They're the team to beat. So I think Dallas is a first-round playoff team. I think they're going to continue to ball out the way we're doing. Beating the teams you're supposed to win. We still got an easy schedule. So, I think Dallas, I don't want to knock them too bad. I'm happy we 4-2. I think we stayed right in this lane right here, 4-2,
So I want to get Jesse in here real quick. Jesse, what were you thinking and what were you feeling when you saw the quick jump out that we got on the boys? What was the energy like wherever you were watching the game? And I also want to get Jason's point of view. Me and Jason were texting back and forth during the game a little bit. So I want to get your perspective when the game first started and we jumped out to that 2-touchdown lead. Jesse first, then Jason.
Right. Well, it's what I expected. The makeup of our team this year has been pretty much coming out guns a-blazing. Second quarters we have been a juggernaut in the second quarter. Like every single game so far this season, the second quarter is where we really set ourselves apart. And for whatever reason, that second half, third quarter, is like we fall asleep. So I wasn't really surprised at how the game was going. Second quarter, third quarter. The Cowboys were starting to come back. Got a little nervous. I can't front. Because you know how it goes with the Eagles and the Cowboys, man. Like, it's always entertaining. It always comes down to the last possession, usually. So, I started to see things unravel. Like I said earlier, it's because of Gannon and that defense, man. He's playing soft, as usual. And he let Cooper Rush drive up and down the field, bro. Like, I know Terry, he has a biased stand going, but come on, man. The numbers don't lie. We all seen the game, bro. We all seen the game. They came out. Hold up. They came out from halftime.
3 picks. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
They came out from halftime, and they drove all up and down the field on us.
Halftime, right?
Because Gannon was playing that zone D.
How much they score, bro?
It doesn't matter, bro. We talking about the fact. We're talking about the fact that they got back in the game. Why did they get back in the game, Terry?
The reason how
did they get back in the game?
Off the gas, bro. We know what time it is.
We let our foot off the gas on what side of the ball,
Time out. I want to hear Jason's perspective on the beginning of the game when the Eagles got out to that 2-touchdown lead, and then I want you to tell us why you think the Cowboys started to move the ball and start to score points on the Birds.
Okay, so when the game started and the Birds got out to the 2-touchdown lead, I had a script A and a script B. A script A for Dallas. Somehow, some way early in that first quarter, we get a punt block, get a short field score, and we take control of the game with the 6-3, 10-6, close game, less than one possession. Script B, the Eagles just gonna go just straight blow us out. 21-0 in the first quarter. And Maul, like you said, as we were texting, I pointed out to you, this is exactly what I thought was gonna happen. And early in the game, I thought that's a wrap. First quarter.
Those of you that didn't see our pregame, go back one video before this one, check our pregame where Jason Dabney, he definitely mentioned that, man. He said it's either going to be a blowout or it's going to be a close game. And I think you said if it's a close game, you thought the Cowboys would pull it out. You said if it was going,
That's
the
it.
only
And
way the
so,
Eagles could win is if we blew them out. Go ahead, continue.
so with the early, you know what I mean, offense, popping for the Eagles and the score, at that point, I said I want my team to just show me something. I started looking at 4-2. I said, ain't nothing wrong with being 4-2. The better team win the game. Don't
What
go out there and
changed?
lay
What
So
changed?
what happened? So after halftime, I say before halftime, maybe that last drive we had before halftime, I was just saying, work the short passing game. Stop trying to look deep. You're not going to beat Bradbury and Slay on the outside. You can look at the velocity on Cooper Rush ball and say that ball, it took 10 years for that ball to get to the outside on them sticks.
Hey, Dad, let me ask you a question, Dad, real quick. Did you expect us to play so much zone? We played zone the whole game.
No.
Most of the game we played zone. So, yes. So
I didn't. I thought that they would continue to disrespect. But once Cooper Rush started completing a couple of them short passes, stop trying to play the game with Slay. Forget him. You ain't getting nothing on him. You got to go. Chris Collinsworth said it during the game. Go over the middle. He said, I watched these dudes. They're a little suspect over the middle. You got to go over the middle. And when Cooper Rush started doing that, I felt like that backed up the defense. And that's what allowed Zeke and Tony Pollard to get it going. And that's how we ended up getting back in the game.
Exactly.
Because really, what the weakness is, we can play run defense greatly, but the middle of our defense is susceptible.
Because we're in zone.
Of course, we're in zone, but even if you play man, Jesse, we don't have who's the linebacker that's going to cover the tight end or the slot receiver. Maddox is back. I give you that. But like Maul said, Maul point, it was the inferior quarterback. So why we ain't gonna put him in front of us? He made 3 mistakes, so you can't say Gannon made the wrong call. We got 3 turnovers, bro. There's no way you can say that's the wrong call. We got 3 picks,
bro. Gannon.
You're not satisfied.
Listen. Me and Jasper have been saying it since the beginning. When Gannon's defense actually plays into our benefit, it's not because of Gannon. It's because of the talent on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because
he got nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Got nothing to do with it.
How does it not?
No, like he doesn't have nothing to do with our success on defense. Even though he's a defensive corner, does he get any respect from you? Like real shit. Because we hold opponents under 17 points a game. Who else is doing that but us?
So hold on. So listen. To Terry's point.
What else do
we held the Cowboys to 17 points, right? So and we do have a top 5 defense. But I want to ask a Cowboy fan. Did you fear our defense? Or did you feel like, I do believe that we can score points on this Eagles defense?
No, he said it was going to be low. He said it was going to be muddy. He knew he was going to score.
I didn't fear. It's not a straight up fear for the Eagles defense. It's an acknowledgement of the inferior Cowboys offense. That's what I looked at. I don't, Mo, my point. I said that to y'all in the pregame. My point is this. Any defense look good when you playing with a lead. When you down 10, that ain't no good defense. Because now you got to play perfect to make up for the flaws of the offense, and you can't be perfect in this game. That's why I said it. When you got a team that's playing with a lead, they look different than when they, down by 2 scores.
All right. So at the end of the day, this has been a very civilized conversation of fans.
Well, what's your take on it, Mo?
I feel like Jonathan Gannon, he falls asleep at the wheel. I think with certain quarterbacks, he comes out aggressive. I think our defense was aggressive the beginning of last night. I think we came out, we were shutting down the run. We had 3 defensive tackles on the line. We had Sweat. We had what's our man, number 7, outside linebacker.
Ready.
We had Reddick on the outside, and we were committed to stopping the run. We were playing a lot of press man coverage at times in the beginning, which their quarterback, man, Rush had trouble because they weren't establishing a run. They had long third downs to convert. And when Cooper Rush has long third downs to convert, it was putting him in situations where he had to he was on a wing and a prayer. And that's why those interceptions were coming, because he was trying to fit them in such small, tight windows. And that was because Gannon was calling an aggressive style defense to force the ball into Cooper Rush's hands. And I told Dab yesterday, I said, Dab, we're going to make Cooper Rush throw the ball way more than Dallas Cowboys fans are comfortable with. He ended up throwing the ball 38 times. We win the games. Now it was a tale of two halves. In the second half, I think Gannon fell asleep at the wheel. I think he was comfortable, and I think he got to a point like where he said, we got to lead. Let's just keep everything in front of us. But what that zone led to was cracks and creases for run game. And when they started running the ball, it started making our safeties creep up and be more aggressive to stop the run. And that's when they started hitting us with bootleg. You know what I'm saying? And play action, bootleg. Every pass he completed in the second half, it felt like it was a bootleg. Okay, cool. I swear to you.
We already knew about that. We talked about it, I guess, before we played Arizona. We was talking about bootlegs.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So Gannon playing that soft zone gave the Cowboys the opportunity to start eating us up in the run, which then forced us to bring our safeties up to help out in the run. That led to them driving. It's no reason in the world Cooper Rush should have had any drive more than 60 yards on us. They were driving the ball in the second half. Let me finish. I'm going to give it to you. They were driving the ball, and that's solely because he started playing a soft shell zone defense. And you can't do that with that type of offensive line that the Cowboys have. You can't do that with an Ezekiel Elliott. You can't do that with a Tony Pollard. You cannot do that. The only reason why we won that game, I'm going to tell you, the only reason why we won that game is because...
I'm going to shut you up real quick. I promise you I don't. Hey, Dad, I know you got to bounce somebody. Saying 30. Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on the goddamn pod, speak your piece. You're a friend of us, man. Make sure you come back. We want to say anything before you bounce?
Yo, this fellowship is rich, brothers. Hit me up. I'm on the next one.
Do it again.
You're gonna get the Cowboys perspective, and it's gonna be straight down the middle, brothers.
I appreciate it, bro. Like you're a real, like you're a realist, and we need that.
Dak better play good. He better play good next week.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna hear it if he don't.
Because we calling you back up. Like, yo, what's up with your man?
All right, I got you. Y'all got the week off, so y'all can look at us.
Exactly.
All right, brothers. Yo, I wish the podcast well, man. Nothing but success.
Take it easy.
I see y'all on the next one.
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead, Mo. You got it.
Yeah, man. So, like, at the end of the day, I don't want to completely take Gannon out of the mix. Like, what he's doing isn't good. I want to give him his flowers for what he does well. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to see him just play an aggressive defensive game.
You want to see him kill somebody. You want to murder.
Joe, as a defense, that's all you really have. You can't. If you a lion. You a lion. You die a lion. You born a lion. You die a lion. So you hunt. Real shit. No bullshit. I get what you're saying. At the same token, we not lions. We humans. So we have some intuition going on. So like, listen, I'm up. I'm irrational. I'm irrational. I feel like the defense are animals. We animals. So if you put an animal in a cage and you telling them, all right, go hunt, and then you like switch off, I need you to chill. All right, switch back on, I need you to hunt again. All right, switch off, I need you to chill. Does it surprise you that that's the thing, being that our whole culture as far as the Philadelphia Eagles are concerned, we play rest up, be 100%. We want y'all at 100%. That's why we practice the way we practice. That's why we do the training camps the way we do training. We rest dudes to make sure when it's time to go, it's time to go. So I think some of the philosophy has to do with, if I don't have to press my players, my star players, is that, because we always one injury away, right? So you hedge your bets as much as you possibly can. So I might play some shell defense if I'm up, because I know I already proved it that I know how to stop this dude. Like, whatever they throw at me. Yo, I'd rather be 35-7. I'd rather be
He doesn't just play
35-7
it up,
than 26 to
But I'm not
17.
mad if we haven't lost yet, though. Be like, if he turns it on every time it's time to turn it on, I'm good. I can't be mad. If he fails to turn it on when it's time to turn it on, I'll turn on him. Real shit. But until then, this man, he's orchestrating this whole shit. And we won. We haven't lost. So I don't know. We under 17 points per game.
I can't be mad at that.
But
I can't be mad at that.
You gotta give respect to what's going on. I get your point that you want to kill, murmur, but you have to respect what's going on. Like this,
They dropped 50 on us twice last year, fam.
I get you. It's revenge for you, but he's taking like, listen, this is a long, and I guarantee you, the Eagles fans would rather me help them win the Super Bowl than score 50 points on Dallas. I guarantee you.
But listen to what I'm saying here. Listen to what I'm saying. Hey, listen to what I'm saying here, bro. Let's look at this game, and let's look at last week's game. Right? The Cowboys and the Cardinals both were in a position to beat us.
Right? But hold on, but what happened?
I mean, yes, granted they didn't, but what I'm saying is they got into that position. We had a lead on them. We let them back in to the position that they could have beaten us because of the defense.
Let me ask you a question, Jake. So, like, let's say we get in the playoffs, right? And we go against who in the NFC that you think can challenge it? Give me a team. Anybody.
NFC?
In the NFC, give me a team that can challenge for real shit. Like right now, with your confidence in the team, whatever confidence your level is, what team do you say that if we beat them in the playoffs is going to be a problem? What's the one?
I think Tampa Bay is going to be a problem.
Tampa might.
I do. I think anytime Tom Brady is a potential in the play to make it to the playoffs, it's a problem. I think Dallas is going to be a problem with that. I do.
Okay. So
and I'm not scared of them. I just think that they're not going to be pushovers. We're not just going to walk over them. I don't want to see Minnesota again.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I just kind of feel like, when you play a team twice, it's
right.
Most times it's a little different.
I mean, in the playoffs, if we're talking about the playoffs, any team that we come across in the playoffs could be a problem.
It's a problem.
Everyone knows that.
You want it out. That's real shit. But I'm saying, like, I don't think there's a team in the NFC that I feel like our defense can't stop when it's time to stop. That's my thing. That's how I look at it. Like, is there anybody that I feel like the way we playing, if something was to happen, they couldn't stop? No, there's nobody. So I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was a situation where, like, yo, bro, we run that shit against this team, we gonna get killed. But there's not one team out here that I can say that for. We can do whatever you want. We can do whatever you want, however you want to do it, bro. We have an amoeba defense. You don't understand, bro. We can run every defense you can think of. We are built to play any single team in the NFL, and that's why I think we win it. I think we win the chip this year. If we don't win the chip this year, we go to the Super. We going to the bowl this year, bro. If we stay healthy, I don't want to jinx it. Stay healthy. If we stay healthy, ain't no stopping us, bro. Nobody. We got like, how many Pro Bowlers right in the season stopped today? How many Pro Bowlers do y'all think we have on our defense?
On the defense?
Stop today, yes. On defense. How many and who are they? How many Pro Bowlers we got on our defense right this second? If you got to
I'll say Slay.
Slay?
Slay, Bradbury.
Okay. You better say that dude's name from the Saints. You gotta say his name one time.
Gardner Johnson.
Yeah. Gardner Johnson, definitely.
Let's go.
What's it called? The linebacker?
Who that? Kazir? White?
Yeah, I would say White.
I'll give you White. I'm like up in the air with him, but okay.
He don't got the numbers. He don't got enough tackles.
Yeah, we'll take him down. No, we had 3. You right.
You don't think so?
He's close.
He don't got enough tackles.
Close.
Neither. All right. What about so neither one of our linebackers is Pro Bowl right now?
Hassan Reddick.
4.
They are outside linebacker. He's getting it.
Yep.
And one of our defensive tackles, I think it'll be the Fletcher Cox or Jordan Davis.
It's gonna be Fletcher Cox, man.
It's gonna be Fletcher Cox, yeah.
Renaissance. What? Fletch balling and shit. He already got what?
Yeah, Fletch is balling.
Bro, we got 5 Pro Bowls out of 11 people on the squad. In the whole NFC. What? Bro, I get y'all. It's a it's a mix because we had the talent. We also have the scheme though, man. We making this thing work. So I don't know, bro. I feel great about the game. That's all I'm saying to you. You know, I feel great about the team. I know you hate Gannon, man, but he doing all right. 17 points per game, not bad, Jesse.
Look, I listen. Like Maul said, man, I'll give that man his flowers.
Please do.
For what is clearly working. What he does that works. I just feel like his adjustments need some work, bro.
Let me ask you this though, Jay. What hasn't worked? What hasn't worked? And then tell me why it hasn't worked, and then we'll see if we're on the same definition of work.
Well, see, my thing is, like I was saying, like with the Cardinals, same with the Cowboys.
Right.
Like we give these teams opportunities to get back in the game. You know what I'm saying? So we putting ourselves at jeopardy because if Kyler Murray wouldn't have slid before he got the first down, we would have lost last week.
See, the thing you will say that
if old boy would have caught the ball in the end zone instead, if he could have got 2 feet down in that corner, we would have lost against the Cowboys.
Hey, this Jay, the difference between me and your conversation is you're gonna tell me if something would have happened, I'm gonna tell you what happened. That's gonna be the difference between our conversation. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna say if this, if that, if boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna tell you this what happened. And for
right,
that,
but to that same point, that's not because of our defense. Kyler Murray sliding too early had nothing to do with our defense.
Okay, cool, but bro.
Old boy not getting 2 feet down in the corner of the end zone ain't had nothing to do with the defense.
What would have happened? It's an if. I can tell you what did happen. I can't tell you what could happen because I can't see that. I didn't see that.
You're right. You can't tell me what happened.
But we won.
What happened is we let these teams get back in the game, bro. We let them back. We put ourselves in a position to lose.
When you see chinks in the armor, it's well, no, I'm just talking about like us. We're watching our defense, and there's things that we see that make us feel good, like real good about it. And there's other things that we see that we're like, this could rear its ugly head and potentially be a problem, right? And so since we're seeing teams come back on us multiple times throughout the year. Week 1, we see the Detroit Lions almost come back, right? We see the Cardinals almost come back. We see Dallas almost come back. Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's almost, right? But it's still something that we see that could potentially be a problem. And the worst thing, and the thing that I would hate the most is we get into the playoffs and we start waxing the team. And something and then we're up 14, we're up 17, and we start to take our foot off the gas pedal, we start to play zone, and then we're in a dogfight at the end of the fourth quarter, fighting for our lives with a wild card team that we should have blew out.
Hold on. Can I tell you some G shit? Y'all worry about the wrong shit. The offense is going to be our downfall if we're going to have one. I'm telling you that.
That's the person that hates Jalen Hurts. Yeah.
No, I don't hate Jalen. Bro, are we doing this again? Like, how many?
I need to hear this.
How's our offense going to be the problem?
Well, with Jay Hurts, and I say, you know what, I'm rooting for him. He's doing his 1-2.
How our defense going to be the issue? How our offense going to be the issue?
So this is the thing. If you look from a data standpoint, the defense is top 5. What's the offense, though? Ask that question. Ask what our passing offense is.
Yeah, because our rushing offense is like number 1 in the league.
So is a problem? Hold on. Is it more of a problem of our defense as a whole, or our offense as a whole? If the offense is rated worse than the defense is solid, bro. We top 5, did a lot. So the offense top 15 in passing. So the good thing about it is the way winter sports works is, or football works is, we play in the winter time. But in the Super Bowl ain't gonna matter. The point is, can we pass the ball? And we want to pass the ball. Because Jalen had 155 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cool, we won the game, everything is good. But y'all talk about blowing somebody out, y'all put on the defense. The offense can blow people out too. So why he ain't blowing people out? If we talking about
we're eighth in completion percentage.
Bro, our offense, we're averaging like 30 points a game.
We're second in yards per attempt. So we're second in yards per attempt. Passing yards, but we're a running team. In our passing yards, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're eighth in passing yards.
Okay.
So in passing stats, we're top 10 in completion percentage, yards per attempt, passing yards per game.
All right, so we 8. We top 10. So is the defense better than the offense?
Well, no, because you can't just say defense. If you're saying offense, then you have to also incorporate the run game. The run game is part of the offense.
Incorporate everything on the defense, of course.
Right. So I think total offense, we're top 5 offense and we have a top 5 defense. That's why we're the only undefeated team in the league right now.
Real shit. Let's not disagree on that. You're right.
Yeah.
So there ain't no problems. We fucking for nothing. We talking about shit for no reason right now because we all know that we balling.
Well, we have to look at it from an analytical standpoint, because if we just want to just be fans, then yeah, let's just be fans and be like, yo, our team is perfect in everything it does, right? But we're the type of fans that want to look at it with an analytical eye, because we see how good we are, but we also see how great we can be. And you know why I'm saying that? Because I'm echoing the same sentiments of the starting franchise quarterback and our coach. We left food on the table.
You ain't understand. You right, left food on the table. 100%.
We left food on the table. There's no reason why we couldn't have put 30 plus on that Cowboys defense that was claiming to be the best defense in the league. Yo, and that would have put. Listen to all the talking heads. All the talking heads today. I want you to answer this for me, Terry. All the talking heads today.
Yeah.
ESPN, Fox Sports Net, CBS, NFL Network, you name it. All of them were saying that there was a silver lining that the Cowboys came back in the second half.
You know that's America's team. They gonna try to make them feel better, pat them on their back, say, baby, he's gonna be all right. You know they was gonna do that for them.
None of them were giving us our credit. None of them were actually giving the Eagles credit.
Please keep doing that, because we love that shit.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We know we're not playing to the capabilities that we can, and we're still waxing teams. You know what I'm saying? And so if we find a way to patch up those little small chinks in our armor, now we're solidifying ourselves with no question, no debate that we are Super Bowl contenders.
Okay, can I flip it real quick? So we always talk about Rich Gannon and his defense. So what chinks do you see in the offense? Let's flip it for a second. What chinks?
There's one chink in the offense.
I wish you would.
For me.
I wish you would say. Go ahead.
There's one chink in the offense for me, and that's the lack of touchdown TD throws.
Okay, there we go. I agree. Yes, sir.
Listen, man, I'm gonna always keep it 100. The one chink in the armor I feel on offense is the lack of touchdown throws. And I think there's going to come a time where Jalen Hurts, they're going to bottle up Jalen Hurts where he can't use his legs.
But who has a defense like that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I'm not Tukas. I'm like, okay, that's a problem. I'm with you. That's a problem. But I'm like, who has a defense like that has a web out there that can really stop what we do? I can't think of no defense, to be perfectly honest with you. But I get your point. If there was a defense like that, we'd be fucked.
I mean, Jalen Hurts had 24 rushing yards last night?
Maybe.
He only had about 24. They were not giving him rushing lanes. He was sacked 4 times. We didn't get 1 sack on Cooper Rush, right? So, I mean, granted, Lane Johnson got hurt.
And we got what?
You know what I'm saying?
3 picks.
We did. We got 3 picks. But so the frustrating thing for me was other teams are going to adopt what they did to try to keep Jalen Hurts bottled up and swaddling up those running lanes for him to break out some gut busting runs. So that tells me. I know, but that tells me we're going to that was a college style offense last night. You know what I mean? Like, we ran the same play 4 times to AJ Brown in the flat.
It was easy. It was like, roll out to the fucking right. He gonna come off the joint because he don't know the RPO coming. We gonna flip it right here. Easy money. You do the rest. Every
time Parsons lined up on the line to be a rusher, we audible to a run and ran right at him. Every time he dropped back and he was, you know what I'm saying? Every time he dropped back and was off the line and was in coverage, we RPO'd him to death. You know what I'm saying? And we found the open receiver. There were on 3 occasions, I think he hit Devontae Smith on a slant right behind Parsons. There were 3 occasions where AJ Brown came in motion and ran right in front of him, and he had to choose to either go with AJ Brown or go with Jalen Hurts.
Great scheme.
We got 3 receptions and then 1 touchdown off of that. And the one play that he made in the passing game where he batted down the pass that was intended for Dallas Goedert, he ended up getting a penalty that got us a first down for unsportsmanlike conduct. Other than that, once Lane Johnson went out with the concussion, he made plays. You know what I'm saying?
It made a difference. And what I'll tell you, the first loss that we'll have this year, I promise you, is going to be because of Jalen's arm.
What is our first loss?
I don't see one. I'm just telling you, if we have a first loss, it's going to be because of Jalen's arm. I guarantee it.
Who do you think is our first loss, Jesse?
Go ahead, Jesse.
I feel like we come back to the Steelers, that's a win. We come back to Houston, that's a win. And then
that Houston game scares me.
Houston scares you?
What?
Not the team.
Oh, the tornadoes? What you mean? I don't know.
It's a short week.
Yeah, they're short.
We play that Sunday, and then we go. I think we go to them on that Thursday night.
Right.
What the hell out of here?
I mean, the team doesn't scare me. It's
the circumstance, the situation.
It's the situation. The short week. I think we got like 4 primetime games, 4 or 5.
We want to see us,
Yeah. That Thursday night is always weird. And Terry, you said it in the pregame yesterday. You was like, yo, this week is weird. A lot of teams that were supposed to win didn't win. You know what I'm saying? It was a weird day on Sunday. So that Thursday night, not being able to get our usual practice times in, not being able to do things the way we normally do them, not get our normal rest in between games, it's a toss-up, man. Now, are we the better team? Yes. I'm not saying we're going to lose. I just don't like the situation of it being Thursday night.
Let me ask you a question, Mark, because I know you died. You scared about this team for some reason. Both of y'all scared about something.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
I'm not scared. I'm nervous about Gannon. How he be letting the defense be letting people back in, bro.
But Jesse, we haven't lost a game.
Right, we haven't lost yet. You know what I'm saying?
I think we should go undefeated. I think you don't want to say it. It's almost like jinxing a pitcher that's throwing a no-hitter. You don't want to jinx it. But I don't see any team that we should lose to. I don't see any team we should lose to.
Thank you. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. There's no team you lose to, dog. So what I'm saying,
barring injury.
Like, y'all talk about Gannon, like this dude, like, bro, I guarantee you this. So let me ask you a question, Jeff. If Gannon end up being top 5 in the league, does he get his flowers? At the 17 games done, does he get his?
Absolutely. I'll give him listen, bro. I'll give him his flowers now. Like I said, clearly what he's doing is working to a certain extent. Yes. I just don't like the fact that he allows these teams to stick around. I don't like the fact that he allows them to get close, to get within a field goal. I don't like that.
The offense does the same thing. The offense don't score in the second half for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like on some G shit. The defense keep it low. But like the offense needs to score more points too. You just can't put it all on D. That's both. And matter of fact, the D is good.
I agree.
Because if you look at every game, like 17 points, less than 17 points a game, if I tell you every game this year, the opposition going to score 17 points or less, would you take that? You're damn right you would.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up, man. Well, we got a bye week.
Facts.
Are there any trades coming? Are we making any moves? Are we? What do you expect? It's going to be a very quiet 2 weeks. So, give me your thoughts. Is the bye week coming at the perfect time? People are getting rested up and getting healed up, or would you prefer to continue playing since we on a roll?
I would prefer to have a later bye week. Absolutely. I would say ideally probably like week 11, 12 maybe.
Well, you got to think we'll probably get a bye for the playoffs if we keep doing what we're doing.
Probably.
So that'll be that other bye week.
No, I think I love the bye week right now because we just had, like, to be honest with you, there was a lot of pressure built up in this game. I mean, for real, it was like a test for the Eagles. Like, everybody said if we lost this game, then we suck. You know what I mean? Basically, that's what it was. So this was like our barometer, right?
Can't lose to a backup quarterback, man.
You know what? We did it. You know, I know we got close, but there was never no point that I thought we were gonna lose this game.
Man, wire to wire. Wire to wire.
Wire to wire. I know we had it because I know how this thing works. It's gonna look
getting within 3 points is uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable, but at the same time, I've seen it happen.
Because anything can happen.
But I've seen it happen before, Mom. I've seen it happen multiple times this year.
Kelsey snaps the ball. Kelsey snaps the ball. Jalen Hurts not ready.
I get you.
They get that ball.
That's a fluke. That's an anomaly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you this though, Mom. Every time a team gets close, the next step we get further. Every single time. Until that stops happening, I'm good. I'm confident. Because we move.
Are we playing Russian roulette? Like, I don't want to take chances.
Listen, if you know what's going to happen, if you map the game out and if your shit tight, you comfortable. Like, I believe in the team. I believe in it.
So what you're saying, let me just be clear.
Sure.
What you're saying is the defense lets them back in and the offense saves us by going further out?
What? No. What I'm saying to
That's
you.
what you just said, right? You just said the defense gets close and every single time we open up the gap again.
Offense can make it happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got 17. Listen, bro, if y'all put up 17 and y'all put up no more than 17, the offense gotta win. My offense gotta win, bro. If y'all scoring less than 17 points per game, my offense need to be putting up 20. That should be okay. That should be okay. For me to ask for 20.
It should be. But you got to remember, man. Like, he gets that foot in, that's a touchdown at the end of the half. You know what I'm saying? They get what they, that changes the dynamics of everything. Now, what I will say is woulda, shoulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know what I'm saying? It didn't. And we 6-0. We going into the bye. We should be excited. We should be ecstatic. We should be happy, and we are. But I would be lying to you if I said those little chinks that I feel like we got to shore up. If we don't shore those things up, somebody might take advantage of it, and that's the only thing. This doesn't feel like the New England Patriots with Randy Moss and Tom Brady.
Right.
We don't feel that formidable.
Right. And I'll say this though. Like, all I'm asking people to do is be confident until you can't be anything. You know what I'm saying? Be confident until something else tells you not to be. I'm confident in this defense.
So am I.
I'm confident that when it's time to turn it on, you know how to turn it on. And I feel like that's smart because from a standpoint of putting your people in danger, because this is a gladiator sport, if I can run a shell defense and still win the game, I'm fine with that because that's all we got to do to win the Super Bowl. If we up, let me ask you this. If we up in the Super Bowl and if we up in the Super Bowl, let's say 25-14, whatever.
Do you remember New England, Atlanta? Do you remember New England, Atlanta?
Fuck that shit. I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying, let's say we win the game, 28-25. Are people still gonna be mad because Gannon defense?
No,
Are they
not
gonna?
at all.
So it's the same thing, G.
Not at all. But do you remember New England, Atlanta?
That ain't happened to us yet. Until it happened, I can't talk. That's their shit. That's their business. Until we get smacked, you can't complain. And let me ask y'all a question. If we'd have lost that game, how good your week would have been?
It wouldn't have been good at all. It wouldn't have been good at all. My week would have been good. My next 2 weeks would have been bad.
Exactly. I don't even want to hear about it because we're going to play again for another week. That makes it 10 times worse. Tomorrow point. So yeah, we feel good. We 6-0. And I think we all feel like we're going 17 over this shit. You know what I mean? That's how I like go. But yeah, man. All right, fellas. Hey, y'all take it easy.